Hello folks, and welcome back to the 8hourwebsite.com and the 7th video in the How to Make a Website in 8 Hours series. In our last lesson I taught you how to embed a Google Maps widget into your page so that people can find your business premises more easily, and we talked a little about submitting your business to Google. In this, the penultimate lesson, we are going to go through some of our pre-launch checks, the things that we need to look over before we make our website live, such as checking the mobile version of our site. We're going to add a little bit of information to our site settings, which will improve the way our website appears in Google. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to launch your site. Now, if you don't think your website is ready to go live right now, don't panic. There's nothing that says that you have to go live at the end of this lesson. I'll just show you how to do so when you're ready. But also the great thing about Weebly is there's no real downside to going live. I mean, you can go live and work on your website while it's already up. It's easy to make changes and they'll update to your website almost immediately. So as long as your website's in some kind of shape, you can worry about getting it absolutely perfect after you've launched. So once again, when you're ready, let's get started. The first thing we need to do before we prepare to launch our website is look at the mobile version of our website. So as you know, mobile devices are becoming ever more popular ways to access the internet. At the minute, however, we've only been designing our website for desktop screens. So these are the big screens, the big monitors that you use using laptops or desktop PCs. It is common practice nowadays to have a separate version of your website designed for mobiles only, because mobile devices typically have much smaller screen sizes, which means that traditionally designed websites don't display so well. Things become squashed up or too small, links become too hard to click. So that's why you need a separate version of your website designed for smaller screens. The reason I've not addressed this up till now is because Weebly actually makes a mobile version of our website separately for us. So we actually don't have to do anything. But we want to make sure that the mobile version that Weebly has prepared for us looks okay and there's no glaring errors that we might need to fix before we launch. So in the editor section of Weebly, go up to the top navigation bar and you'll see this little icon here. And it says device switcher there. Click on this and you'll see desktop or mobile, and that's the two different versions of our site. We can switch between these two views at any time. Click mobile and you'll see this mobile pop up, and now you'll see how our website will appear on mobile. If we scroll down, you see what it's done to our contact page, and you see it's neatly put these elements underneath each other and redesign the whole page so that it displays nicely in Weebly. Now if you were writing a page from scratch, coding it in HTML and CSS the traditional way, you'd have to do this all yourself. It's very fiddly, takes a long time, but Weebly does everything for you and it's all ready to go. If we click this button here, you see it's changed our menus to work better on mobile, and there's our home page. And there's our homepage there. So great stuff. So what you need to do is check the mobile version of your website and make sure it hasn't messed anything up too much. Sometimes things will be slightly wrong. You'll have elements look out of place suddenly. You might notice you've added extra spaces in somewhere and things like that that will mess up the formatting. Now currently in Weebly you can't edit the mobile version separately from the desktop version. It's a feature that they say is coming in the future, but as of the time of this tutorial, it doesn't exist. So you have to edit in the desktop version of your site to see the changes in the mobile version, if you see what I mean. You can't edit in the mobile version separately now. Like I said, that is supposed to change in the near future, but obviously who knows when that will be. So for now, if there's anything that you see that you don't like in the mobile version, you'll have to change it in the desktop version. So simply go up to the nav bar, hit that icon, the device switcher icon, and go desktop to go back to here and make your changes. And that's it. That's how you check the mobile version before launch. The next thing we need to do to our website is add SEO information, it's called, which allows our pages to be ranked and displayed properly in Google search, or really any search engine. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, which is the field of study dedicated to ensuring that you get decent rankings in Google and other search engines. So to start doing that, first we need to add site information, which is information about the website as a whole. So in the editor section of Weebly, go to settings, and this is a page that we've not actually been to yet, but there's a number of things you can do here I'll walk you through quickly. Site title is the website title that will show at the top of your pages, so you can change that to say whatever you want. Example, let's call this tutorial website, and that will appear up here in the tab in your browser when people go to your pages. SSA, you don't need to worry about that. Fav icon is this little icon here. This changes how that appears on people's websites, so you can make a nice small image, maybe of your logo or maybe of just a cool little picture, and put that there. You can also download these online if you don't want to use your own. Site password and a number of other things that you don't have to worry about for now. Site formatting, you might want to check that that's all correct, make sure you've got the right time zones and stuff for your website, and certainly the right site language. But for now, we're not too concerned with this page. We want to go to, in this side menu here, SEO. Now for some reason it's not displaying properly on my browser, and it should say SEO there. When you go to it on your website, you'll see SEO. That's what we want. And this is the SEO, the search engine optimization page. The main thing that we're concerned with on this page is the site description. We get 250 characters here to provide a brief summary of our website that will appear when people search for our website in Google. So keep it short, keep it to the point, but you want to hit all the keywords that are related to your website. So for example, say your business is a hairdresser's located in the town of Reading. You want to make sure that you hit the keywords of those things in your site description. So you want to say example.com hairdressers is a hairdresser's located in the town of Reading, and then maybe a little bit of advertising copy about how good your hairdressing business is, for example. Making sure you get those correct keywords in the site description will help your page ranking when people search for you, and will mean your summary is more useful when people are more likely to click through to your website. Now there's a lot of information online about search engine optimization. It's too big a subject for a small video like this, so I recommend that you go online and have a look. But if you go to the text version of this tutorial on my website, there'll be some links there that will help you with this sort of thing. So go to www.thearwebsite.com, look for the text version of this tutorial, and I'll put some links in there that will help you. These other fields you don't have to worry about for now, although if you sign up for a Google Webmaster account or anything like that, you will use these, but for now you don't have to worry, and you can just enter the site description and hit save. The next thing we need to do is add descriptions just like that one, but for each of our individual web pages. To do that, we go to Pages and we click through in our page menu, Advanced. Our page title, just like before, appears in the tab of your browser, and we need to enter a page specific description for the page. So you might say on your portfolio page, welcome to our portfolio page where you can look at pictures of all our wonderful products, blah blah blah. Make sure you have a page description and a page title for each of your individual pages, because that will make everything look nicer in Google and will help your search rankings. If you want to hide a page from a search engine for whatever reason, you can tick this box here, but you probably won't need to do that. And that is how you add a little bit of search engine optimization to your website and increase chances of people finding you from search engines. Once you've done all these things and you've taken one final look through your website to look for any glaring errors, checked all your spellings, make sure everything's displaying how you want, we're ready to launch. Now obviously to launch you need to make sure that you've already got a domain name from Weebly or wherever, from one of the other domain name registrars such as 123reg or godaddy.com. But make sure you've got your domain name ready to go. Make sure you've got all your details ready. And once you want your website to go live, go in the top right hand corner and hit publish. Once you hit publish, you'll get this page. If you haven't entered a domain already, you want to go down the bottom here and go to use a domain you already own. If you've purchased one from Weebly, there'll be a drop down list with your web domain there, so choose it from there. I haven't done one yet, so we're just going to make one up and use example.com. If you still haven't registered a domain, you can click register a new domain here and you can do it now. Please refer to my first tutorial for further instructions from there, but it's pretty easy. But we're going to go ahead as though we've purchased one, as though we've purchased example.com, and click continue. Here you can transfer your domain if you've registered it with a different domain name registrar, but we've got ours from Weebly, so we're just going to connect your domain and click continue. And this will take us through to set a page. And here we are. This is really simple, again, really self-explanatory. These are the different hosting plans. Remember in lesson 1 we talked about we need a web domain and we need web hosting. This is where we purchase our hosting, which we need before we go live. There's a couple of different plans at different price ranges. Most people will be okay with just a starter plan. It's just basic hosting. You choose how many months here that you want it for. You can see the price a month there. So we've got, obviously you get a discount for the longer you sign up for. If you sign up for 2 years, it's only £3.25 a month. If you sign up for 6 months, it's only £5.33 a month. But as you can see, like I said in our first lesson, it's super cheap. I mean, the most expensive one there is only £5 a month. And you have different plans here depending on what extra features you need your site to have. For example, if you want password protection on your pages, you have to pay a little bit more. But even you can see the Pro plan here is only between sort of £5 and £8 a month. So still really reasonable. So choose the plan you want. Choose the initial sign up period. We'll go for a starter plan at 6 months. And then you put in your payment details and hit commit to buy. Once you've done that, your site will go live. It's as simple as that. You'll get a little confirmation box pop up on your screen on Weebly here saying your site is now live at whatever your chosen domain is, and then you should be able to send people to your website and see it. Now sometimes it can take technically up to 48 hours to upload your website to the actual server so that you can see it live, but I've never seen it take that long. I mean, most of the time for me it's pretty much instant, like we're talking maybe 5 minutes max. So just after you publish, keep going back to the page. If it takes any longer than 48 hours, I would get in touch with Weebly. But I've never seen it take even half that long. It normally takes minutes and your site's live. So pat yourself on the back. You've got an actual website up on the web and you did it all yourself. Now remember, you can make changes after you've published your website at any time. You log into Weebly as normal using your details. And you can just edit your site as normal and then just hit publish again, and it will upload the new changes to your website. Just remember though that nothing will change on your actual website until you hit publish. You can change things in here till the cows come home, you can move things around, but if you don't hit publish, it's only saving it in here and not publishing it to the actual web. But that's all we need for now. Come back next lesson and I'll show you a couple of things you can do with your website after you've gone live, such as tracking your visitor statistics. And I'll talk about a few of the places you can go from here to learn more and some cool things you can do with your website after you've launched. Okay, thanks.